Good morning. So today was supposed to be the day of our maternity photo shoot. However, it's raining. It's absolutely pouring outside. So we are obviously not doing that today because it was supposed to be an outdoor photo shoot. So Bryan and I have been kind of scrambling around talking to the photographer and then also the place where I was going to get my hair done, and we luckily got everything rescheduled for Sunday all at the same time. Just now I'm just postponing it 2 days. So now I have to go do my hair for the day. I was looking forward to that because I thought I was going to be going and getting my hair done. So I got to go do something with this today. And now I think Bryan and I are just going to mostly hang inside today. It's just one of those days where you just don't want to go out. And we thought it would be fun to talk about kind of how we met, our wedding, our honeymoon, and just our story and how we got to where we are right now. All right, so it's our rainy day, no maternity photo shoot. And as you can rescheduled. And as you can see, I didn't really do much. I said I was going to go fix my hair for the day. I was going to try to change, but it's just one of those days. Just felt like being lazy. So anyways, we thought we would use this time to talk about kind of our story. So I guess I'll start. We met January 9th, 2015. And we met in our condo complex in Phoenix, Arizona. And he was walking Zeke.
Yep, Friday.
Yep, it was a Friday. That's right. He was walking Zekers. And I went up to pet him, and then we started talking, and before we knew it, we had a date scheduled for the next day. We went to Pizzeria Bianco in Phoenix, Arizona. So good. And
I was smoother than that. It wasn't just a date. I remember a little bit differently because when she was approaching me to pet Zeke, we started talking and she had a bottle of wine in a bag, and I could tell just from the shape of it because I've been in the industry for a while. So I took it upon myself to ask her what was in the bag. She showed me what it was. I told her I had something better, and she came with me because I had to bring Zeke back up before I was heading out, and I gave her a different bottle of wine and then asked her if she wanted to get dinner the next night, which was that Saturday.
So you can see the way to my heart is through wine. A few weeks after meeting, we went up to Cottonwood in Arizona. That's like a little wine region up there. Most people don't know there's wineries in Arizona, but there are. Mm-hmm. And we had a great time there. But I think I knew right away that he was the one. But something that really proved to me was how I saw him acting with my nieces. You know, he was so fun, so loving and playful with them, and just really kind of took them in as his own nieces. And that was really sweet and special to me. And I remember in the first month of dating, he came with me. I was babysitting Addie and Maya, and we went to the Children's Museum in Phoenix. And I remember looking over, and Maya had dragged Bryan into this thing that was like this high. I still don't know how you fit in there. I wish I could have seen him crawling in there. And we have a picture of it.
Yes.
Maya's all smiles, and Bryan is just all feet just scrunched in there. It was so funny. And then another time, he helped me babysit too, and the girls wanted their nails painted, and so he painted their nails for them, and it was just so cute. And then, bless his heart, they insisted on painting his nails.
Which I knew was coming. It was a matter of just a few minutes until they got bored with me trying to paint their nails because it did not look good first time.
You tried.
Don't do that all the time.
But unfortunately, they chose to use a glitter nail polish to paint Bryan's toes.
And I hate glitter.
Yes.
Hate it with a passion. It doesn't go away. It lingers forever. And it did.
It did. Well, as you guys might know, glitter nail polish is really hard to get off.
Yeah, I couldn't wear sandals for 2 weeks without people questioning what I had done to my feet.
So it was really sweet though.
It was fun.
So that was like all of January, February, March, and then April, we flew back to Ohio, where Bryan is from, to go see his family.
Akron.
Obviously the best part of that trip.
We went for a walk in my favorite park where I've hiked Zeke for years and spent a lot of time when I lived in Ohio before I moved to Phoenix. and that's Virginia Kendall Park System. So I took her to one of my favorite spots and an area that's wide open in the trees with a lot of fields and some cabins. And there's ledges, and these cliffs overlook the sunset and have a really good view of the parks. And you can see where the first Cavs arena used to be, the Richfield Coliseum, which is no longer because now it's in Cleveland. But
I like how you tied that into this story.
Hey, go Cavs. LeBron, don't leave Cleveland. With that being said, we were kind of hanging out, and she knew, and there was nobody around. It was the perfect time, and I pulled the ring out of my pocket and asked her to marry me.
Yep. So, I mean, what, 3 months, 4 months after dating?
4 months.
We were engaged. We like to move fast, apparently. And so we decided we're not going to do the typical wait a year for our wedding.
Yep.
Let's get married this fall.
Yeah.
So we sure did. We got married in September 19th of 2015.
Yep. And we went back to our old stomping grounds from some of our first few outings to the Arizona wine country out in Cottonwood, and ventured through a few wineries and found a winery that was absolutely perfect for us.
Yeah.
Ambiance, people,
Oh, it was awesome.
everything, and decided, well, we met over wine. I sell wine, and now we'll get married over wine.
It was beautiful. It was called Alcantara Vineyards. And my nieces were the flower girls. And our dog was in the wedding. He had a little tie on and everything.
Very dapper.
Very dapper.
My brother gave a great speech.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Matt. It was kind of more like a roast, but
It was.
it was well said.
It was. It was definitely a roast.
Might have been the
but-
best paper he's ever written, and that's including his whole collegiate career. Love you, Matt.
Sorry, Matt. So the very next day after our wedding, we went to the airport and we flew to Paris for our honeymoon, and it was awesome. It was so much fun. Brian is obsessed with the Doors, and so Jim Morrison died in Paris, and he's buried there.
Yes.
So we did a lot of Doors things while we were in Paris.
Yep, almost a full day, thanks to Karen. Very cool.
Yep, I mapped out a lot of famous Doors sites, but then of
Yep.
course we also just did a lot of Parisian things too, besides
Yes.
the Doors, and it was just so much fun. We
Yes.
loved it there. And after that, we took a train ride down to Bordeaux, and obviously drank wine. We continued with the wine theme.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun too. Bordeaux was very pretty.
Yes.
Great wine. Love that. We actually still have a bottle that maybe we'll pop open after I give birth
Yeah,
from Bordeaux. I
Yeah.
think we should.
we can do that.
And then I'll let you take the next part. Our third stop.
So I used to sell beer once upon a time back in Ohio, and with that came some relationships that I still had. So I had made a phone call before our honeymoon to see if we could get taken care of in Germany for the last leg of our honeymoon in Munich. So coincidentally at that time was the real true German Oktoberfest. So we were lucky enough to get passes to hang out with the importer and owners of the Hofbrauhaus, which is actually known as Hofbrau in America. And with that came a lot of liters of German beer,
A lot.
pretzels.
Oh, pretzels the size of your
Yes.
head. They were
Yes.
so good. I ate most of the pretzels while he drank the beer.
Yes.
And Brian felt the need to keep up with the Germans that night with their beer drinking.
Which I did.
He did. He made him. He would have made America proud. He
Yes.
kept up with the beer drinking.
It was like Beer Fest because we also discovered Das Boot.
Yes.
Movie reference. For anyone who hasn't seen it, don't forget to turn it sideways because it will burst.
But anyway, so we had an amazing honeymoon, and then when we came back, Brian started a new job, and we drove across the country with Zeke in the back seat
Yep, from Phoenix to Chicago.
to Chicago.
With
Yeah,
Zeke for
we
the
lived
next-
in Roscoe Village, which was so much fun. We were only
Great time.
there for 11 months. We
I got
thought
promoted.
Yeah. We thought we might be there a little bit longer, so we only had to go through one winter there, but it was
Mild one, too.
a very mild winter. But we jam-packed that 11 months. We had so much fun. We experienced pretty much everything you can experience there.
Yep. Cubs game.
Cubs game.
Bulls game against
Yeah,
the Cavs.
Bulls games against the Cavs.
Billy
And
Joel.
I was going to say, I think one of my favorite memories, though, is our very last night in our apartment. We went to the rooftop and we could hear a Billy Joel concert just crystal clear. He was
Christine.
playing at the Wrigley Field. And we brought up a bottle of wine and we just sat up on the rooftop and listened to Billy Joel. So it was kind of our farewell to Chicago. And on to our next adventure.
Back to the West Coast.
Back to the West Coast, we moved to California. So within our first year of marriage, we lived in 3 states.
Yeah.
And you know, in between all those little pit stops, we went on some amazing vacations too. I think New Orleans was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
We had
It was a lot of fun.
so much fun in New Orleans.
Just before Mardi Gras, so we got that experience without
the craziness of Mardi Gras too. We also went to Seattle at one point, which was so fun, and Napa to go wine tasting. He took me for my 30th birthday actually to
first
go
time
to
Napa, the
yeah.
wino.
Yeah, I know.
Waited a while. And Portland.
And we went to Portland. That's right. We did a trip to Portland too. So now we're planning out some of our next trips. Once Layla Jane comes, we'll definitely be doing a trip back to Ohio to go visit family. And then my sister and my nieces and my brother-in-law, they're moving to Nashville. So they're probably moving soon. And so hopefully we'll get out there maybe in the fall, because I've never been to Nashville and you haven't either, right?
Yeah, just quick.
Just
not a long
quick
trip.
in and out, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited to go there. And then who knows where else?
Yep.
Who knows? But that's our story. And yeah, here we are. And all we've been through, all we've accomplished together. And now we're just going to be adding a third little person to come with us.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. And please make sure to subscribe to our channel. And we will see you next time, hopefully with the maternity photo shoot.
Yes.
Bye.
To be continued. Bye.
Bye.